Are my legs in this?
So no, you look ashy.
I'm ashy as hell. I just got out of the shower. Chill out. Chill out.
All right, guys, we'll get started with Shedrick Jackson. If you could please state your name and your affiliation before you ask a question, that would be great. And who would like to start us off? Go ahead, Jason.
Jason Caldwell, Auburn 247. Shed, for you, we've heard a lot about kind of the workout routine for you and bigger, stronger, faster. How different do you feel this year than you have in past years?
I actually cut down on weight a little bit. I was playing around like 205 last year. Now I'm playing around like 200. Just that extra 5 pounds helps. Just to be able to move around a little bit better, and in and out of my routes and running down the field and stuff like that. So it's helped me a lot.
Dan Peck, ESPN 1067. At Media Days, Coach Harsin mentioned that having you around with your experience is almost like having another coach. Of your teammates, is there anyone you've noticed a lot of improvement in the last couple of months?
I would say Chick, Tavares Dawson. He's been playing well. Him and Var together, like they complement each other. Both fast dudes, great routes, good hands, all that. So he's made big strides.
Brian Stoltz, Auburn rivals. How's it being your fifth year, and how comfortable are you now in the second year under Harsin and his offense?
Really comfortable. Just last year, him coming in, I studied a lot, just looking at everything like a quarterback, trying to know like not only my position but the whole field and what everybody's doing. So I'm very comfortable in it now.
Shedrick, Brian Matthews, Auburn rivals. How has your room changed under Cody? What do you think about him?
He's been great. I mean, just all that NFL experience, like him playing and then him coaching too. He just gives us so much like game, like little nuances and stuff on the routes, everything. So he's been great.
Johnny Condon, ABC 30 reporting Birmingham. I just want to ask you about the quarterbacks and how much both TJ and Zach have grown from the spring.
Yeah, I think they're growing a lot. Obviously, the competition is going to bring out the best in both of them. So they've been dealing with that well. We worked in the off season throwing routes, doing one-on-one stuff like that. So it's been good for both of them.
Jed, Bill Cameron from The Drive on ESPN 1067. Talk about the young guys that have been working out all summer. Who has sort of stood out to you of the newcomers?
The newcomers, I would say Camden Brown, the big dude. Like he's strong too. Like I think he did like we did 225. And I can't remember how many reps he did, but he did a lot. So that's a strong dude.
Shed, Navy King Auburn 24/7. What did you see out of Landon in terms of his progression this summer? Now that he is, officially stuck to that receiver position, is there anything you've seen him kind of doing differently in terms of the way he was working with him, working with on his body this summer?
Yeah, I think he's getting a little bit more comfortable. He's been out there working with us too in the off season, just running routes. The transition, obviously, the routes are different, different coverages and stuff like that. So I think he's been doing a good job with it.
You're a guy that grew up knowing Auburn, knowing this place. How important and how much fun is it to be one of those guys now that's helping your upper team?
It's really fun. We actually all talk about that all the time. Like we just sit back and watch old games and be like, dang, like back then we looked up to those dudes and it was like, that's so cool. Like now we in those spots in the position, we the ones on TV. Just it's still crazy to this day. So it's I'm grateful for it and I just love it.
Shedrick, Philip Marshall, Auburn 247. What would you tell a young guy who comes in here with all kinds of expectations, the reality of what it's like compared to what you expect when you get here?
I mean, yeah, it's real different. Like, especially when you get recruited, they telling you all the good stuff. They pampering you, all that type of stuff. But when you get here, it's about work. Like, it's hard work, and I tell them about that all the time. Like, what they can do to get better, how they can handle stuff, like little stuff on the day to day. And I think they listen and they take it well.
Tank Bigsby's been doing more out of the backfield. Coach Harsin said after the spring game that they wanted to utilize him a little more as a pass catcher.
Right.
How dynamic could he be for your offense if he starts catching the ball out of the backfield?
Yeah, I think he can be real dynamic, especially like lined up on linebackers and stuff like that. So he does that stuff in the off season too with us. He'll go run routes and think he's a receiver, so he like to compete with us. So yeah.
Shed, what's you learned at WSFA? What's it been like working with your new wide receivers coach?
It's been fun working with him. He's a cool dude, like real laid back and chill, but he get his point across to all of us. So he's fun to work with.
Any differences you've noticed from last year's offensive coordinator Mike Bobo moving on now? You got Eric Kiesau and Brian Harsin in more control of the offense. Anything that really seems different about this year versus last year?
I mean, it's a lot of most of the stuff is the same. Just being creative, trying to move people around, getting different situations, stuff like that. So it's pretty much the same stuff, I would say.
Any new things for you?
Gotta wait to see. Get out of the way.
We heard a lot about Coy, and
Yeah.
at media days, pretty much everybody who was there was talking about the impact he made this summer. What did you see working alongside him in the offseason?
Coy, he worked hard, bro. Like he's one of the most like hardest workers I've seen, like outside of team activities and stuff like that. When I'm in there, he in there, and he always catching balls, working with the quarterback, stuff like that. So he'll be good.
Shed, with that coming from the NFL, is there anything he's been focusing more on maybe that you didn't do as much before he got here?
I mean, like I just said, it's just like little nuances with like routes and stuff like that. So, that's pretty much it. Yeah.
Coach Hars and Keyshaw both said little things. Is that kind of the difference in going from good to better
Right.
to great?
Oh yeah, all that little stuff. Like I couldn't tell you nothing specific right now, but like just the little stuff within routes, looking at coverages, and like knowing what you're doing on every play and why you're doing it. Like that little stuff, it takes you to another level. So.
You said now that you've mentioned losing some of that weight. Is there anything from fall camp that you really hope to get out of this? A specific thing, maybe within the route tree or whatever?
Yeah, no, just continue to grow. Like you said, a route tree, running every single route, maybe getting in the slot a little bit, doing a little work there. So.
What's it like for you now, kind of as the old head in the room? Not a lot of experience around you.
Yeah, I feel like everybody in the room kind of like they look up to me and they listen. I try to steer them in the right direction all the time, and I think they'll be good, man. There's a lot of talent in that room, and they'll be straight.
How helpful is it to work against defensive backs like Nehemiah and Jay?
Oh yeah, we compete every day. We got new DBs coming in, DJ, Keontae Scott, and a bunch of them boys. Like we competing every day, workouts, team runs, practice, all that. So it's been good for us.
Shed, you mentioned the route running. I mean, how precise do you have to be? What happens if you're off a yard or two?
Timing with the quarterback, especially like having different quarterbacks right now. TJ, Robbie, Zach, whoever it is, like that timing has got to be there. Got to be precise every time, and it helps with the whole rhythm of the offense. So.
Is there a different feel for the different quarterbacks with each one in terms of
Yeah, someone because they're different guys. Like they got different feels, but they all do a good job of like communicating with us and working with us and just getting through all that stuff.
Shedrick Jackson, AuburnTigers.com. What did you do to lose 5 pounds?
A little bit of diet, and then obviously just come out here working. So.
You have time for one more question? Great, thank you.
All right. Appreciate y'all.
Jeff, another 5 months.